The Sprawl, news about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
Any questions?
All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Little Guardsman, where we are now at war. We already saw this at the end of our previous episode, but I am going to go through it again because it is part of level 8, I think we're at currently, so yeah. Let's go through this whole war thing again.
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
Also, I think it is going to be useful for me to watch this whole stuff again. You know, to better remember it as I play through this level or day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsman. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over. Oh, and if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also game over.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Yeah, level 8. I did remember correctly. So, I think I already read these aloud at the end of our previous episode. So, but in order for me to better remember these as I play through today's episode or level or, you know, I'm going to read through them again. So, after a few months of this siege, the Sprawl's resources, namely its food stores, have reached a new dangerous low. If a guard discovers any means to improve our dwindling food supply, you are to contact either myself or Lieutenant Striker. Failure to contact leadership will be reflected in your star ranking. Okay, so call Ash or Striker if we come across any means of improving the food supply. Any individuals or groups coming from outside the Sprawl who will burden our meager food supply are to be carefully vetted. Like with item 1, the decision to admit anyone who fits this description should be run by either Ash or me. Okay, so also call Ash or Striker if any individuals or groups coming from outside the sprawl want to get into the city. Best of luck to those becoming responsible for drafting individuals for service on the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, that is not always the case. Striker. So be careful with who you allow to join the army. Hey, Gardos! I'm breaking in a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him if you get him when you call Malcolm. So any weirdness when calling Malcolm will be due to the new assistant. Alright? Okay. Power crystals. We'll put 2 into here and let's see. I guess we can put 2 into all of these. And then we've got 2 left over. Truth spray maybe. And I have no idea. Decoder ring. And then the ones that may or may not work, we'll put 1 into the X-ray machine and 1 into the bullwhip. And there we go.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It sure is.
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
So, tell me about yourself, Elmer John.
Now, what's a guy like you doing wanting to fight in a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
Glorianne? But like, what about your fighting skills and stuff?
Who or what is Glory Ann?
She's my sweetheart back home.
And does Glory Ann feel the same way about you?
She sure does. At least, I thought she did.
Uh-oh. I think there's more to this story. But I do kinda want to maybe use the truth spray to get the measure of this guy. Tell me more.
Dish the details, Elmer. What happened?
Well, you see, ma'am, how it is like... It's like this, you see. It all happened this way, it was.
Elmer, faster with the dishing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just all too painful to talk about. We were engaged to be married, and I caught her in the arms of another man, my neighbor Bosco.
Oh no. But, did she, like, were you two ever seriously in love then, if she cheated on you?
Doesn't sound like much of an engagement then, does it?
She took my ring and promised to be my wife. Then she broke that promise the very next day.
Oh, the very next day.
So you're heartbroken and running away to war?
Exactly.
I don't think this is the kind of guy we need in the army. I mean, he clearly wants to join, but I don't think he's very qualified. Let's call Striker and get his opinion. Or, sorry, her opinion.
Yes, we need all the help we can get out there. But I can't justify taking any more emotionally conflicted soldiers onto the battlefield. Scan this guy for any evidence that he's got a strong enough stomach for what he's about to get into.
Scan, huh? I kind of already used up all of my actions. Sorry, nope.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, send you to the front, Elmer. Go home, find Glorianne, and talk to her.
Yeah. I can stand by those words.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was making one of those, what do you call it, hasty decisions I always make. I'll go home and see my Glorianne, who I caught in the arms of another man, and I'll make the biggest apology banner anybody ever saw.
Are you sure it's you who needs to apologize?
What's an apology banner?
It's the easiest way to say you're sorry. So long, ma'am. You take care now. Glorianne, I'm a-comin'.
Okay.
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
Oh, well, you're not getting in.
I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met.
So, what's your business here this time?
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial moneys removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun, or worse, sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich, people-friendly nation.
I'm sorry, but, I don't think I can let you in. I mean, we're at war, and, that doesn't seem like business, that is kind of pertinent to that.
What will happen to the BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right?
Ash? Should I let him in? It was call Ash or Striker, right? Hang on. Either Ash or me. Yeah. Ash or Striker? I think Ash, maybe. This isn't really pertaining to the armed forces or anything, so yeah, we'll call Ash.
That miserable old... He cannot be allowed to take his money out of the bank. If he does, BS will tumble down around us. Stop him! Convince him to reinvest his money in the sprawl. Be the master interrogator I know you can be.
Okay.
You can't let the bank fail. We need that BS money to make sure the city doesn't fall.
Well, you should have thought of that before convincing the princess to turn down that delightful Prince Phineas.
You and I have, conflicting definitions of delightful.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
I don't think he'd go for a save the day. I don't think he cares about the children. I don't think he cares about his mother either.
There is only one goblin I think of, and I think of him constantly. Whelp. Not that it is any of your business in the slightest, but that photo was taken of me and Whelp in happier times.
I'm not gonna confiscate it. Where is he?
Where is he now?
That rotten court jester / dungeon keeper had the audacity to offer that useless goblin a job. Now he's gone. Whelp, so beautifully useless.
I would very much like to continue this conversation, but I don't have any more actions. Do I send you to jail to see Whelp? Nah.
Miserable child. Mr. Dung will be red in the face when he hears about this. But he has his orders. My money will be dissolved from BS and sent to me elsewhere. I hope you remember this day as your precious city burns around you.
Oops. Grumpkin T. Dankworth and Whelp. One way or another, he took his money and now our bank is on the verge of collapse. Maybe there was a better call to make? To Malcolm, huh? Well, I didn't have any action points remaining. Should I rewind? I'm going to rewind. And now that we know that Whelp is working for Malcolm, we'll just call Malcolm. We'll restart from here. Yes.
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
I remember you too. You're that.
Yes, we have met.
Alright. So what? Talk to you twice and then call Malcolm?
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun or... Mr. Dung just needs to hear my confirmation number and I...
What will happen to the BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump.
We're still talking about the bank, right? You can't let the bank fail. We need that BS money to make sure the city doesn't fall.
Well, you should have thought of that before convincing the princess to turn down that delightful Prince Phineas.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
So yeah, this was the right thing to say. Clearly.
There is only one goblin I think of. Not that it is any of your business in the slightest.
Where is he now?
That rotten court jester / dungeon keeper had the audacity to offer that useless goblin a job. Now he's gone. Whelp,
Let's call Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great. May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Welp!
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Welp, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Welp, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
I miss you, Welp.
Aww.
I miss you too, sir.
Come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, Welp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
And what about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend.
Aww. That was so sweet. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
Oh, are you the fiancé?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I sent him home.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion like running off and joining the army?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
Nope.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Oh. Well. Striker, what do I do?
Would you say she's eager but hot-headed and a willing volunteer with a cold, hard stare that radiates determination?
Well, I don't know about the cold hard stare, but eager and hot-headed, sure.
I guess.
We have a place for people like her in the army, and that's here, in the army. Recruit her with haste.
All right.
Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and I want you two to be together.
Yeah, because I didn't.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you two apart.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I think you'd make a mighty fine soldier, soldier. You're drafted.
Hi?
Oh, hello, Lil. Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
You're in a good mood.
Nice to see you again.
You do.
So what exactly are you here for?
I'm I'm just coming from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
The GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is.
So, what?
We made some major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the sprawl without anyone knowing.
Ooh.
I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
Should I take a look at those?
You should take these to the Queen.
I'm on my way there now.
Okay, well, the instruction was to call Ash or Striker. Striker?
Those tunnel plans to increase our food supplies are exactly the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need. Let him in. The city's best and brightest will go over the map, and construction will begin in no time. We have food! We have food! Well done, Guardsman.
Thanks. Well, good luck. Hope everything goes well.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
Aww.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Do you really mean that?
Yes, I do.
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Julian, the tunnel plans are underway. Soon there will be more food for the people of the sprawl. Well done. Thank you.
Hey, Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
And?
And what? The fact that I have to work a full-time job at age 12?
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
And the fact that I live alone on top of a dive bar?
Well, you meet some interesting people.
True.
And the fact that my dead mom's still dead?
Oof, yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona. After you finish your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Okay.
Why does Her Majesty want to see me?
She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things. She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Oh.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
Aww.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
A familiar group of black-clad folk approached the shed, weeping and moaning. Has there been another cat death?
You must help us, child.
What is it?
We have been left without shelter. It's awful. Scarborough has fallen. The Duchy of Scarborough has been under constant siege for the majority of the war.
Those bastards!
Quite. We finally had to flee. We couldn't stand it any longer. We've been without food for days. Yes, everyone is rather hungry.
Okay. Couldn't you have, used your riches and political position and everything to get yourselves some food?
I'm sure the Sprawl would have sent forces to help you if you had asked. I had no idea this was happening in Scarborough.
Yes, it all happened rather suddenly.
Shush. Laundry best kept in-house, Diddums.
Ooh. This sounds like a truth spray thing.
I still miss my beloved Sprankles. Boo-hoo!
I've been doing my best not to fantasize about poisoning my employer lately. Must not confess crimes, must resist child's powerful spray. Gah!
Excuse me, what?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me.
No.
Oh, you sneak.
Why would you do that?
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard. Oh, go away. Well spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you truth spray your way to success.
Excellent line, milady.
But that was... Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
Yeah, we gotta go Malcolm or Ash or somebody. Striker. Maybe Ash. This is about politics, after all, kinda.
Oh, my heart just breaks for the dear Duchess and the people of Scarborough. While our food supplies remain dangerously low, with the tunnel operation unlocked thanks to you, we should just be able to feed everyone, including these refugees. You may let them in.
Nice. Thank you. That's actually what I wanted to do. Go on in and have some food.
Bless you, dear child.
And shelter.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
There should be enough food for your people. We have a new plan to bring more into the sprawl.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
Aww. Duchy of Scarborough. You did the right thing in a previous turn. You unmasked a traitor, and you were kind to refugees. 4 star. Nice.
Where do I enlist?
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco.
Bosco?
I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Well, I send him home. Striker? What do I do? Actually, let's talk to you a bit first.
You're just the kind of guy we're looking for, but I'll need more than just a first name to sign you up.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan. And last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
I trust it's common practice to go around smashing people's heads like jugs where you're from?
Only if they're dumb enough to run away from a quality dame like Glory Ann.
Okay. Striker?
Yes, we need all the help we can get out there. But I can't justify taking any more emotionally conflicted soldiers onto the battlefield. If he's gonna get distracted fighting alongside someone he has unrequited feelings for, I'd choose not to draft him. Love and war do not mix.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not taking him in then? Sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Houlihan, but I won't be drafting you today.
What are you gonna do? Stop me?
Me? No, I couldn't. But our soldiers would try to stop you, and if they couldn't stop you, well, then what are we even doing here?
Elmer John can't hide from me forever. I'll catch up with him one day and smash his head like a jug.
Yeah, well, I sent him home, so you go home too, and maybe you'll find him.
Never give up on your dreams. Bye.
All right. Ooh, 4 stars. Right. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I did pretty good. Let's go see what this is all about then.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
Problem or opportunity?
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
Yep, we've met.
I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
Yep.
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
It's pretty dangerous, alright. I, kind of had an encounter with, well, a being that I would rather not have had an encounter with, thanks to this power crystal technology.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals, access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
Ooh, that could go pretty wrong.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you, not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
Well, I mean, they are dangerous. But, how do we define too dangerous?
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the Chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Okay, I think I can live with that. So,
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed, at least for now.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're the only two people in the dead mum's club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something. Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
no, I think they probably will.
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
There's Fireball Canyon, Taladar, and of course Petrard, Marvog, and the Sprawl, smack dab in the middle. Anything else we can look at? Can't look at any of the weapons or anything. Ooh. This looks just like the machine at the dig site. Wonder if it's got any good games on it? Can't look at anything else.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil. One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
Okay. Go see Malcolm and the others. Yeah.
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Haha. Maybe they're replacing you guys with me.
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer. Rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion. Or a lousy court jester.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
Ah, Lil, you're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
I think if they wanted you to know what they talked about at the meeting, they would have invited you.
Yep.
She won't tell us anything. She's as useless as you two are.
I take offense to that.
Offense to what? Sorry, I got distracted.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Alright. Yeah. I stand by Lil with that. I mean, if they had wanted them to know, they would have invited them. Along with me, or instead of me, or whatever. Let's see who's at the tavern. Oh.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Pretty good.
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great! Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats! I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
Oh.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
Oh.
A letter from Dad? Gimme.
Hey, Sweet Pea, how's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right, or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Aww.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
I mean... Things are kind of looking up with the tunnel and everything. But if it's a choice between lying and being honest, I'm choosing to be honest. Lil will write a letter that expresses her honest feelings about how difficult things are for her. Are you sure? Yeah.
There. That should do it. Hey, Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil. We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Oh, okay. Why, hello there.
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh?
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Uh-oh.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Hey, I earned that.
And so did I. Pleasure doing business with you, kiddo. But hey, I'm not all bad. I hate to take a young kid's pocket money so heartlessly.
Doesn't seem that way.
Hate to take it without giving them a chance to win it back, that is.
Fredo, no gambling.
No gambling.
No gambling, Fredo.
No gambling, just talking. Listen, the Sprawl Brawlers are playing out of town today, and they got the game on that there TV. Tell you what I'll do. You pick who wins, and I'll give you your 30 gold back. If you don't, I keep it. How does that sound to you?
I pick who wins. So I gotta guess who wins?
That sounds like gambling.
No gambling.
I ain't hearing a no here. Which team do you want to hear about? Now this team is really something. The owner fired all the players and hired his extended family to play for the team. I'm talking cousins in the outfield, aunties on the pitch, and even his great-great-uncle is playing the fourth-stop swing. Never seen a team bicker so much, but when someone insults their mother, they're on. You betting on them?
Yeah, actually. Well, I'm not
Which team do you want to hear about?
I'm not going to make up my mind quite yet. Let's hear about the Sprawl Brawlers as well. Maybe we've already heard about them previously, but maybe we can get an update on how they're doing currently.
With most of their star players being drafted in the war, the team was left with the weaklings and rejects even the army wouldn't take. What they're lacking in muscle and skill, they are also lacking in technical knowledge of the game. They're squirrely, but they can sometimes pull off a win. You betting on the Brawlers?
Nah.
Which team do you want to hear about?
I'm gonna bet on the Falcons. I mean, sounds pretty endearing to me that they're all like a family effort.
Now this team is really something. Never seen a team bicker so much, but when someone...
Yeah.
All right, kid, your bet is in. Good luck.
I bet Brawlers fans are sure wishing their star players weren't cannon fodder for an enemy army right about now. Great Uncle Zach, the Falcons' elderly but unstoppable full-stop swing, was just lifted up by his formidable nephews Kron and Lorik, breezing past the Brawlers' warded circle. Despite a nice attempt to unseat the Wiggly Pig, Sprawl's third whacker, Korab, ended up with a face full of mud. Truly grim stuff for the Brawlers. We're down to the final seconds here, folks. The Falcons' first flanksman, Fiona, has taken out her slingshot, she's pulling it back, and she's beamed the glistening gargoyle, and the Fosca Falcons win! Congratulations to the Fosca family on another bloody successful family reunion.
Yay!
Lucky guess, kid. See you around.
Oh, hi, friend.
Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
Should we go tell her? Can we tell her?
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Oh, no can do. 34. Should I buy another power crystal or should I go for an upgrade? I think I'll wait for an upgrade. I think I only used up 1 power crystal today and I'm going to get 3 more tomorrow. So, yeah.
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder. Lil, about time you showed up. I've had every mage in town come by the shop today trying to buy up all the power crystals.
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
Aww.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock. Well, the good ones anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones.
Yeah, I don't either.
Hey, by the way, before you get to shopping, this blowtorch you sold me with Fossey carved onto it? I've had the hardest time selling it. Maybe you'll want it back. Might come in handy. And I'll sell it to you for just 4 gold.
Do I want it? I guess. Yeah. Sure. $60 for an upgrade. Well, 50 on the metal detector because it's the only one we haven't yet upgraded to 3 slots. Yeah, I think I'm going to save up for another. I think I'd like to have 3 on every thing here. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to upgrade the metal detector. And I guess we're going to bed and ending the episode.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Yep. Grumpkin T. Dankworth and Whelp. Reunited with his darling Whelp, Grumpkin T. Dankworth was a changed man. Together, the two traveled through Caladar, sailed Lake Inez, and even summered in Fireball Canyon. He laughed as he had never laughed in all his days, and their nights were filled with food and wine, music, and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. On one such sprint, Grumpkin clutched at his chest. His heart had overflowed. More accurately, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former master and now true love, Whelp was unable to resuscitate the old man. A simple funeral was held, and the widower whelp counted himself lucky to have ever had such a love as this. Aww. As for his substantial riches, they were held by Mr. Dung, head of BS, until such a time as Mr. Dankworth's will was read. The old man had donated the entirety of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside of their headquarters. That was nice. What a touching story. Julian. Thanks to his timely arrival back in the sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party for his best friend Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what had otherwise been a dark few months for the sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal that he received from the visiting miners. The glint of its unearthly glow reflected in Gary's eyes as he inserted the powerful crystal into his practice wand. He thanked Julian profusely for this most precious present. It never left his sight from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans he was carrying to the city council. These plans detailed an extensive tunnel system to be dug underneath the walls of the sprawl, which would allow food to be secretly and safely moved into the sprawl right under the enemy's nose. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized just how hungry they all were and unanimously approved of the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon, but it's all on the up and up and pretty hush-hush. Duchy of Scarborough, with new plans for bringing food into the city, working their way through the bureaucracy of the sprawl, there were enough rations for the refugees from Scarborough to eat. And a space was made for them at the refugee camp, springing up down at the docks. The Duchess was not impressed by her new surroundings, but to be honest, she's a very difficult person to please. Swift justice was visited upon the traitor who lowered the drawbridge of Castle Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal? Certainly, but this is war, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Plus, it made for a fine day's entertainment, as there are no video games in the sprawl to keep people amused. Oh, okay. Jeez. Yay! We won! The garrison stationed at the sprawl's secret western food depot successfully repelled the invading Petrarian forces. The sprawl's reserve food stores are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. Glory Ann was a much-needed shot in the arm for our side. Her bravery was only matched by her natural tactical prowess. Elmer went home to find Bosco waiting for him. Bosco smashed Elmer John's head like a jug. Elmer John succumbed to his injuries and died. Bosco decided Glory Ann wasn't worth all the trouble. Well, that was a bit more gory than I had hoped for.
leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
That's my banana bread. What was that? Speak up.
Whoa.
I wish my grandson was here.
Goodness.
That's my banana bread.
Okay. Well, our first wartime day at work was pretty successful, I think. And I'm glad that we won that little skirmish at the end of the day. Didn't lose our food stores to the enemy. Right. So, and this is where I'm ending this episode, and we'll go on to level 9, or day 9, or day 2 of the wartime period in the next episode. We'll see how that one goes. Hopefully as well as this one did. But yeah, that remains to be seen. For now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.